you're actually the number one realtor in the whole United States.
People can lie, but numbers can't lie. I could get any realtor from 0 to 100 transactions. No question. I know the formula.
How much money would 100 deals earn somebody?
700,000. Last year, 75% of agents didn't sell one house. So Zillow can hurt you too, though.
That's almost fraud. BlackRock and a lot of these big companies, they're starting to buy them now.
It's guaranteed 25%.
And if they don't get your money, you get the house.
Correct. They'll give you a cheat code. If you're a client and you have a realtor.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat for you. Kyle Seyboth in the house.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
What's going down, Kyle?
Here we are.
Now, folks, if you guys haven't heard of Kyle Seyboth, well, then I want you to go look him up. He's on Instagram and TikTok at the Seyboth Team, even though it's spelled Both, B-O-T-H, S-E-Y-B-O-T-H, the Seyboth Team. And he's the number one realtor in the whole country.
That's right.
Now, see, what's funny is I always make fun of realtors because they all say they're number one. How do we know that you're actually the number one realtor in the whole United States? So out of every realtor, you're the number one.
Yep. So my numbers, it's all number based. So it's all transaction side. So in 2019 to 2024, I've been top 10. In 2019, I was number one. I did 575 transactions by myself.
So that's like the real. I finally got to the real.
You went to the real numbers, like not people say, not what your mom says, your dad says. Like this is a number. People can lie, but numbers can't lie. So if you looked it up, it would say in 2019, number one was me.
So you've been the number one. Who beat you?
So what happened was they started counting entry only listings. So after 2019, people started doing entry only, which means basically if you want to list your house, I'll put it on MLS, but I don't do anything. You pay me a flat fee. So you'll pay me like $300. I'll list it and then I'm out of the way. But you could do 10,000 of those because you're not running.
But that counts?
That's what they started counting. So after 19, they started counting that. And that became way more popular. So I would say I'm probably still one in actual transaction size for people that are really selling and helping people buy and sell real estate. But when you look at it and you count in an entry only, they could do 5,000. They literally were doing thousands, which is not possible if you're just really helping people sell and buy.
Yeah. So, I mean, the real number one agent in the country is Kyle Seyboth.
Me? Yeah.
So all these other people trying to claim game with their number one bullshit. Because, dude, at one time I had like 4 realtors in a row.
That was number one.
And they were all like, yeah, I'm the number one real estate agent in Nevada. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I just talked to him.
You had no doubt.
And there was a girl right before that claimed it. Well, I mean, that.
So this is measured too in the Wall Street Journal. So they have what's called real trends, and that's how they measure the numbers. So as far as transaction sides, I was number one, or I am number one.
So that's good because I finally got the actual number one. Right. Now, again, listeners, if you are the number one and Kyle's full of shit, I want you to write in.
Tell me.
But you did 140 million in a single year.
Did 140, but my best year I did 225. I think I did 140 a couple of years ago or last year maybe.
So you turned that hustle into founding the Seyboth Team, obviously. You're with Century 21. You got Wall Street Journal's top 10 agents 6 years straight, and he's the go-to deal maker in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, that's right.
Which is crazy because like that's the smallest state in the union.
Smallest state, but I think that's to my benefit because for us, like think about travel-wise, right? So we can do the whole entire state in an hour. So appointments are helping people. Like I have way more knowledge of the state, whereas someone here in Nevada, they can only know a certain pocket. Right, or a city or a town or a couple cities and towns, I could do the whole state and I can get from one appointment to another very quick.
So you're basically the go-to person anyone calls in Rhode Island.
100%. And the guy that's here with me, he's actually my driver. So I don't even drive. Like 7 days a week, I've got someone driving for me all day. We've got a staff of about 15 people that support me and I just kind of go and do my thing and sell.
How did it start though?
Started with me alone. I was part-time. I did 7 transactions my first year.
What year was this?
2011.
Why'd you get into real estate?
So I had a 9-to-5 for a long time, and I went to, regular middle class, went to college, worked in Boston, made like 27 grand a year. And I was like, dude, this ain't fucking it. This is not it. Like, if this is my life, I am going to be suicidal by 40. So I said, what can I do that's commission based, but still kind of keep that base salary? So I had the commission coming in, and then just started kind of understanding real estate. And I met this guy who always had hundreds in his pocket. I'm like, what does this guy do? Like, how come this one person always has a lot of money? And he was invested in real estate, and then bought my first multifamily. And when I closed on that, I looked at the closing disclosure to see what the realtor got paid. And I was like, oh shit, she made that much money to do that. So I was like, let me get into that. And then that's how it started.
Well, when you said you bought your first multifamily, so you're also an investor.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you make more, selling or investing?
So there are two different strategies, right? So real estate sales is velocity of money. It keeps moving, right? So it's commission based, it's 1099, and then investments is the long term. So we've done a lot of stuff with buying 2 and 3 families and 4 families, and then recently started selling those. And now we're doing 20 units, 30 units, even 80 units right now. So really just upping the level of that, but that's all long-term cash flow and equity.
So that's the investment part, because there's a lot of realtors in the world, and they're not buying, they're selling, or they're trying to, because most realtors don't sell.
Right.
You ever see the stats on that?
Well, 75% don't sell one house. Last year, 75% of agents didn't sell one house.
Why do you think they all run out to get the real estate license and then never sell any real estate?
It's cheap, it's easy, and they want flexibility, and they want to make their own hours, which is the exact opposite reason of why.
But how do they pay their bills?
Their wife works or the husband works to pay the bills, and they just live.
They're doing it as a hobby almost.
It's a hobby, yeah.
Well, people ask me all the time. I'm like, listen, selling real estate, you don't really get rich. Now I'm going to have to stop because Seyboth did, but most people don't. But selling it, you don't really get rich. You get rich owning it.
Correct. So owning it, I would argue you get wealthy. Selling it, you can get rich. You can definitely build your cash up. You can definitely go ahead and get money to purchase real estate, right? So that's
how come so many don't then?
They don't understand. They don't know the game. They don't understand the pathway. They don't have the knowledge. So they just need someone to teach them and coach them up on how to take that money that comes in from commission and put it towards getting wealthy.
Well, that's coaching them on investing. How do they sell them to begin with? Because the majority of realtors that I know are broke, struggling. They're not crushing it. They're not selling houses. They're, if anything, listing a few, but They don't even sell them. They just try to list them. Is that the lazy way to go?
I mean, yeah, that's a lazy way. They probably don't have the right systems, the right process, the right understanding. They could be putting the time in, but not in the right places. So they just need to be taught the right way to sell real estate.
So how did you learn it? And does it apply from state to state? Like, could you survive in Arizona?
You could put me anywhere. I know the formula. You could send me anywhere in the U.S. and I would be fine. And I could go right back to where I'm at.
And you think you can teach any realtor listening to this? Because there's a lot of realtors listening.
I could get any realtor from 0 to 100 transactions. No question. If you follow what I tell you to do, you put the work in, you have the work ethic, you have the right mindset, and I would say you have to be a little bit relatable. You got to have a little bit of salesperson in you and be relatable, and I can get you to 100 deals. But you got to listen.
How much money would 100 deals earn somebody?
Like $700,000.
So what you're saying is anyone listening to this, if they would just follow what the hell you tell them,
follow it,
they'll make $500,000 easy.
Layup. So all day.
And have you done this?
Well, yeah, with people, absolutely. But they don't follow it. So they've gotten to the point where they made $250,000 and they stopped.
Why do you think they stopped following?
They got fat and complacent. They got happy. They were okay. They got $250,000 and they were like, wow, I never seen money like this. It's $20,000 a month. I'm good. I don't need to go hard. And then they got off of what got them there. And I think a lot of people, to your point, when you come in the game and you make nothing, and then you get to 100,000 or 250,000, some people get complacent and they're set.
So when did you get into this deal?
11.
So what were you doing before that?
Finance. I was working as an equity analyst.
And it was
boring as fuck.
Yeah, not
awful. I mean, it was just not for me. I have my MBA, I got my CFA, I went through the whole thing, but it just wasn't, you had a ceiling. Whether I went in every day and picked my nose all day, or I went in and had the best work day in the world, I made the same amount of money. So like that didn't work for me. I'm competitive. That's just the way I am. So I needed to
Because you used to play basketball?
Correct.
What position?
Shooting guard. So I played in high school, I played in college.
You're a hoopster.
Basketball guy.
You ever heard of the professor?
Yeah, of course. You know him?
Yeah, he was just here
Get out of here.
last week.
Yeah, from N one. When I was coming up, we were like the same age group. That was like the same thing.
Is he better than you?
That's a different, it's a different game. Like his game is different.
That's
He's
street ball.
He's all street ball.
You're like official.
So another stat, when I played, I averaged the most 3-pointers made per game in Division 1, 2, and 3 in my year in 2005.
So what stopped you from going to the NBA?
5'10" white guy. What the fuck? Where am I going? But I had a good career. I did the best with what I had.
So
right?
You were pretty good.
I was good.
Do you still play?
No, haven't played in 20 years.
No pickup games, nothing? Why?
No interest.
You're straight up freaking real estate.
I'm all in.
So is your plan over the next 3 to 5 years to start buying more and developing it?
I think the plan is there's kind of a lot to the plan. So obviously the development side is good, right? We want to have all the angles of real estate covered. So development is one side. We do a lot of private lending, which is we want to grow that business really big because that can be super lucrative and it works really well in our area. We've got the brokerage, which has 175 agents, and then my sales. And then we just started a company called Any Tiny Homes, which is a ADU company. So we actually make ADUs. I don't know if you're familiar with what those are. They're basically tiny homes.
What's ADU stand for? Accessory
dwelling unit. So let's say you have a house with a garage. We'll turn your garage into a separate unit, and then you can rent it out, or you can go ahead and give it to a family member.
Like just a regular garage?
Yeah.
What do you put in there? Like a toilet and everything?
Not everything. Kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, loft. So we're franchising it right now. We're working on franchising it. We finished the FDD. We signed about 30 in the last 12 months in Rhode Island.
So if someone's interested in turning their house or their garage into a rentable space or get their kid out of the house somehow, they just call you?
They call us, we take the garage, we put plans together, and then we can convert it into livable space. So now you have the main house, and then you have the garage, and the garage is like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Is that big out back east?
Huge, because we're wicked dense. So we have a lot of houses in small areas. We need housing. So it's really big in New England.
Why are you guys wicked dense?
Because everything's on top of each other. Small.
So when I think of houses in New York, I always think New York means New York City. There are no houses in New York City.
Oh, condos and apartments.
Would that be considered a house?
No.
So if I sell more condos, then is that included in a real estate thing?
Yeah. All included. Condos, land.
So have you ever thought about doing a TV show?
I have. I want to, but I got to get this stuff done first.
What?
Get all these pieces in place. Get all this passive income coming in, set these businesses up right, and then go from there. I want to help people learn. I mean, I started from nothing. I didn't have any real estate background, nothing, and grew it to where it's at. And again, people hated on me from day one all the way till now and still do. And
what are they hating on?
I mean, I've been the top sales guy, so they want to take you down any way they can. So they're like, fuck him. He's this, he's that.
What do they say?
A lot they say. They're like, he's an asshole. He's a jerk. Fuck him. He doesn't answer my call. Well, you don't call. I don't know what the fuck you're lying. So it is what it is.
I don't understand why realtors don't call. Not all of them, obviously, but
well,
like, they don't call.
Do not call.
No, dude. I'm like, dude, I need to get sales training for these kids. Why? Well, because, dude, they don't even call you back
at all. They don't answer the phone or call.
So if you list somebody's home and then don't answer your phone, that's almost fraud.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing a disservice to the client.
Dude, I'd be so pissed if I let some realtor list my house.
So I'm gonna give you a cheat code. So if you're a client and you have a realtor, have a friend call and try to set up an appointment. How long does your realtor take to get back to them? Do they answer the phone and do they get them in the house? And if the answer to all those things are no, you need a new realtor. Get rid of them.
How do you find a good realtor?
You look at sales. You look at what the past performance.
I mean, but I wouldn't know how to look at
go
shit.
on Zillow. He's going on Zillow. You go on Zillow, you put in your zip code, it'll tell you all the people who sold in that area. And it'll give you their stats.
Really? I've never seen that on Zillow.
Yeah, you got to go on Zillow. Let's say you put in any address and then it says find an agent. It'll list all the agents and what they sold.
I didn't know that. And then you just find one with their name shows up a lot.
It'll show their name, but then the sales in the last 12 months. So the higher the sales and the better reviews, the better the agent.
So clearly,
if you're looking for an agent, that would be the first. I say to people all the time, if you want to buy a loaf of bread, you go to the grocery store. If you want to buy a house, you go on Zillow. So if a realtor's not advertising on Zillow, it's kind of crazy because that's where all the people looking for houses go.
Well, one of the places.
Huh? That's the
one.
majority though. That's the biggest driver for people to look for houses is Zillow. No question.
There's no competitor.
You got realtor.com.
And they're Redfin or something like that?
Redfin. You got those guys, but Zillow is the
MLS?
MLS flows through to Zillow. They kind of work hand in hand, but you can't log into MLS. You have to be set up.
Well, not only that, but every time I've started looking for houses, somehow I don't go to Zillow. It leads me to Zillow.
Of course.
Like, I Google, homes for sale in Tennessee, click Zillow.
Right.
Now you're on Zillow. But on occasion, I'm looking for something that they call off market. They wouldn't be on Zillow.
That's what we crush. So that's my game. We crush the off market game. We have tons of inroads to these deals that never hit the market. People that just need to sell, people that are losing their house, people that are...
See, that's the people I want.
That's what we do. That's like my MO. Off market, multis, bigger stuff, development deals, like that's right up my alley.
If it never hit the market and you sold it, does it still count as a transaction?
Depends if you take a commission or not. So if I sell it and I don't take a commission because you're going to give it back to me when you fix it and flip it, then I don't count. It'll only count on the sell.
So give me another cheat code when it comes to the new law.
What's the new law?
Where y'all bastards don't get paid unless we say it's okay or something.
There's
something.
The biggest crock of shit. So it did come out. So what it said was the selling agent does not have to pay the buying agent unless I ask you, the seller, can I pay the buying agent? And in these areas where you guys are, and in Florida and in Georgia, where there's a lot of supply, you don't have to pay the buyer agent, but guess who's not going to show your house?
Who?
The buyer agent, because they're not going to get paid. So if he's going to go ahead and say, hey, you can pay the buyer agent, and you're going to say, no, I don't want you to pay the buyer agent, whose house do you think the buyer agent's going to show?
Well, can't you, whoever's paying them?
Exactly. What the fuck?
Can't you though, like if I'm selling my house, I got to say it's okay to pay the buyer's agent?
No, I have to tell you that if you pay me a 5% commission, I will split it with the buyer's agent and you have to approve it. So if you say yes, then fine, I can pay the buyer agent. If you say no, then we would negotiate my commission down to whatever, and then the buyer has to pay their own agent. But it's a crazy tactic.
Well, why'd they do it?
They did it because a lot of sellers didn't realize that when they paid you the 5%, you were actually giving it to the other agent.
Who gives a shit?
That's what I said. It doesn't make any fucking sense. If it ain't broke, why are we changing? Like,
well, not only that, like if me and you make a deal, I'm gonna give you 5%. I don't give a fuck. You give it to your kid.
Exactly. I don't care if you
it's your 5%.
Exactly.
But what I didn't like is like when you sell my house and I owe 6%. Right? Where's 5 coming from?
We do 5. The norm is 5.
Shit. See,
I'll come up here and make 6.
I'm getting retail.
6 is a lot, dude. 6 is a lot.
6 is a lot, especially when you're selling multi-million-dollar houses. Like, dude,
$2 million
for what?
Well, we do a lot.
What the fuck you doing?
We do a lot.
Some of these houses, dude, they list, boom,
sell themselves.
8 fucking buyers. Like, why would I pay 6%?
6 is crazy.
Why would I pay 5%?
5's the norm.
I don't care what's norm.
4 is becoming more normal.
Yeah, but I don't care what's normal. Like if the market was booming.
Yeah, but it's not anymore. So that's when you start to pay that.
Yeah, then I would.
Correct. So if you're a smart seller and you're in a seller's market where stuff sells in 2 seconds, don't pay 6%.
Yeah, but how do you negotiate? What do you say?
You say to the agent, like, hey, look, you're going to sell this in your underwear. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to give you 4%. And then an agent will say,
what if I say I'll give you 2? What would you say?
Would I say? I would say, I'll take 2, and then the other agent needs to pay the other 2.
No, I'm going to say, listen, you sell
I'll
it.
take 2.
You sell it.
Right, I'll sell it.
There's no other buyer agent.
Well, you don't know. You can't control that. You want to sell your house or not?
Yeah, but I want you to sell it.
I am going to sell it.
But sell it right to a buyer.
Maybe.
So you're the buyer's agent too.
Possibly. But do you want to sell it? I would combat you and say, all right, do you really want to sell it? Because the chances that I sell it without an agent on the other side is like 10%.
Oh, it's not likely?
Nah, it's very unlikely.
Why? Because everybody agents up?
Because everybody goes to Zillow and they say, I want to see 123 Main Street in wherever, Nevada. And then when they click on it, it then takes that buyer and it ships it to another agent that's not the listing agent. So now you're already gone. That buyer.
Because that agent paid for it?
Correct. So they're paying for that lead.
See, I'd be on Zillow if I were a realtor.
Thank you.
Buying,
I fucking kill leads. It on Zillow. Kill it. It's the best place to be.
Well, let me ask you this, though. So let's say I'm the homeowner.
Yeah.
And I have a real estate license. Does that help me?
You sell your own house.
Well, or technically.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what would help me.
As a homeowner, the biggest thing would be to get an agent that answers the phone and that knows what he's doing and that can get you more money. I think that's the key. In a seller's market, a good agent can definitely get you 3 to 5% more because they know how to negotiate and they know the game.
But really, they're just getting themselves paid.
No, they're getting you more.
No, if you took 5%.
Correct. If you add the 5%, correct. They're just getting themselves paid. So the 5% just nets it higher. Right.
Now, it's a heavy regulation, that real estate game.
Very.
So why so?
Too easy. The bar to entry is too low. Anybody can, like I said, anybody can get in it. You just pass a test, a state and a national test, and you're in it. And I think there's a lot of, so think about it like this. People don't buy and sell real estate every day. So you may do one house every 20 years. So there's so much that you don't know as the consumer that they have to regulate it so people don't get screwed.
So give some of the buyers in the world a few tips. Like, what do you know that I don't?
If I'm a buyer, I'm not paying my agent. I'm going to have the agent negotiate with the seller side because I just think it makes more sense. If I'm a buyer, I also understand I can negotiate closing costs into a transaction or I can roll that into my mortgage. If I'm a buyer, I want to understand how the market is, if it's a seller's market or if it's a buyer's market. And if there's not multiple offers, I'm going to do an inspection and I'm going to make sure that we're protected. And I'm going to make sure that we're not overpaying for the property, making sure it appraises at the right number. So, buyers need to understand a little bit of the game, but they need a realtor who doesn't screw people.
So here's my next question. Let's say I see a house on Zillow. It says 1.3 and I say, okay, I'll buy that. And they go, oh, we have to submit an offer. Like, fuck you, bro. You put the price on it.
Yeah.
So how come a seller isn't obligated to sell it if that's their fucking price?
They don't have to. So the seller...
they shouldn't put the price.
Agreed. I've had situations where the seller was like, I'm going to list it at 900, but I won't take below 1.1. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what are you even, it doesn't even make any sense.
That's called switch and bait and switch.
Right. But what they're trying to do is get the bids to come in and push everybody up to the 1.1. But you actually screw yourself if you don't get it initially. If you don't get it in the first week, you're screwed. You're done.
Well, to me, it's a lame tactic.
I hate it.
Like if you came to me to sell my house and say, Brad, what do you want for your house? I say, man, well, first of all, if I'm hiring an agent, I would say, well, what is it worth?
Right.
And then you go around, do all the comps, the bullshit. You come back and you say, look, it's anywhere between 4.2 and 4.4. And I say, okay, 4.4. And then you say, cool. Well, someone says, I'll buy it. I go, cool. Why would I ever say, let me consider it?
Because you're greedy and because you think the next offer is going to be better. And I can't tell you how many sellers I've dealt with who, that's the first offer. We've got to see what else comes in. And guess what the best offer was? The first offer.
And they went and bought something else. Because, dude.
Well, they said, fuck you. They were like, I'm good. You're not going to take that. Then I'm going to go. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah. I've been on both ends of it. And to me, it's like whoever is the seller should be forced to put a price, and that's it. Now you can drop it if it doesn't sell, but you can't fucking raise it.
Well, you want to hear another crazy thing?
Like there's truth in lending.
Right.
Why don't they do the opposite? Truth in selling.
No.
That's bullshit, dude. I saw this house. I said it was $4 million. And I'm like, dude, that's a badass house for a badass. That's a good deal. Like I haven't seen anything that cheap. And they suckered me in. So sure enough, I say, okay, I'm excited. I tell my wife, I'm showing her. I'm like, fuck yeah. You want it? You want it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you think we should? Yeah, let's do it. So I go, okay, I'll buy it. I didn't say I'll put in an offer.
Yeah, you want it.
I said, okay, I'll buy that. They said, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean? Well, you can submit it and we'll see what happens. I'm like, it says $4 million. I want it. And they said, well, that's not really how it works. I'm like, well, how does it work? They said, well, you submit the offer, $4 million, and then, we'll come back. And I'm like, well, what do you think? Well, I think it's going to sell around 4.4. But it says 4 million.
Right.
That's not fair, dude. I don't like it.
I agree.
So how are we going to change it?
Well, the market changes it. I think the market already changed it. So out here, you got a lot of the country, you got more listings. So that game's over. Like,
are higher priced houses harder to sell?
Depends where you are. Yes. I would say yes. Because there's less buyers. And they're not buyers like that. I don't know what you were doing, but most buyers aren't getting a loan. They're either cash or jumbo loan. And the jumbo, you're financing a ton of it, and then cash. So there's not a lot of people out there running around with $5 million cash that could just put it on a house. So
why did they dick me then?
They might have got other people. It might have been that badass of a house that people really wanted. I don't know.
I think they priced it at that
too low. They priced it
me
way too low to get more people in.
Yeah, because it got me.
Well,
because it was about a $6 million house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they played you. They played everybody.
Yeah, but when he said it'd probably come in at 4.4. I was almost going, okay, I'll do 4.4. And they didn't even say no to the 4 yet.
Yeah, right.
But the agent said they won't take 4. That's what pissed me off.
Did they go back to you and ask for your highest and best?
No, because I quit fucking around.
Like,
I don't like that shit. Yeah, dude, you said 4, I'll buy it. They should have to sell it. Don't put 4 then. Don't waste my time.
So here's the other part I don't like is, let's just say you and I have a contract. I'm selling, you're buying, right? We get to 2 days before the closing and I say, nah, I don't want to sell anymore. There's really very limited you can do to me. You have to sue me for specific performance. You have to drag this out for a long period of time and hope that the courts will be in your favor to be able to buy my house. So think about how crazy that is, right? At the end of the
Does that happen?
A lot. And it happened. Let's say you're the buyer and you say, I don't want to buy it anymore. I can't do anything to you. I keep your
you kicked out all those other offers?
I keep your deposit and that's it. So you're going to buy a $900,000 house. You got $10,000 deposit. The day before the closing, you're like, I don't want it anymore. All I can do to you is take the $10,000.
Well, that happens.
Yeah.
And people just walk away with the 10 grand deposit.
Let's say the market changes and now the house is worth 800 or it's worth 850 or there's more houses on the market you like better. They're like, fuck it, I'm out. And yeah. I had a deal. I was talking to your guy, one of your sales guys. He lived in Boynton Beach. I had a deal I was buying down there 4 years ago. Great deal. Awesome deal. The lady dragged it along for a year and then decided she didn't want to sell. And in Florida, they kept my 50 grand deposit for 1 year and wouldn't give it back. And she filed bankruptcy and then the deal was dead.
Did you get your 50K back?
Yeah, but it took a year. Even after she said she didn't want to sell, they had to keep it in escrow for some reason.
So you think that was by plan?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She filed bankruptcy and she didn't have to sell it. But I think that's fucked up. Like, you talk about really messed up situations. Like someone, let's say you're really excited to get into the house and now the seller says no. Now what? You got to tell your kids you're not going there.
How many deals close as intended?
A lot, 90%.
So that's not happens regularly.
No, once in a while.
So when someone buys a house for a certain amount, even if it's their first house ever, Can you buy a $5 million house for your first house ever?
You can buy anything you want.
Can you qualify for the first time buyers programs?
I don't know about that, but you can.
But I mean, are there limits on those programs?
Yeah, so there's limits on how much you can get a loan for. You can buy it, you just can't get a loan for that much. So there's a loan. They're not going to lend you $5 million. There's a limit on every first time buyer program in each state and across the country.
Even if you got the money and the down and everything?
No, so let's say you could put down 4.6 and you only need to finance 400,000. You could buy it.
Well, of course.
Right.
But let's say it's $5 million and I put down 2.
No.
Don't they look at equity?
They look at equity, but they look at the debt to income ratio. They look at.
Assuming all that qualifies.
Yeah, you could buy it.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense because if I'm a bank,
50% equity.
If I'm a bank,
Sure.
as long as that house has equity, I'll loan you the rest.
Done. Because if you,
but I'm not doing it with the 3% down bullshit.
Exactly. Which is we in Rhode Island have a lot of that. The 3.5% down is very common, which is a first time home buyer.
Well, that's why you sell a lot of homes then too, because like, dude, down payment's why a lot of people don't buy a house.
Correct. We also offer in Rhode Island 100% financing where you can actually buy and put nothing down. I've sold houses to people with $100 deposit. That's all.
I'll take some.
That's all. One time you could do it. You're a first time home buyer.
Oh,
you can't take any.
I was going to say, I'll take a couple of those.
Of course.
See, that's why I like creative financing.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody wants to sell their home, and I'm going to get into real estate soon.
That's my game, man. I love it.
I'm not going to be selling it. I'm going to be buying
it.
Yeah, like
subject to.
I'm going to use my personal brand reach to say, hey, if you're stressed and you have to get rid of your house, call me. I'll buy it.
Cash
and then
is.
Yeah, and then they start calling me in, and all I got to do is go get them out of the house, but make sure there's a good deal there, and then I can wait another month. They got to go. Okay, well, dude, I want to help those people.
So what you do?
Because if you gotta go,
right?
Like, dude, give me your house. I'll freaking get rid of it, and I'll buy it from you right this second.
So if you were smart, you could crush this game, because what you would do is use your brand to raise capital, pay out 8 to 10% on that capital, and you could buy any house in every house that needs to be in that situation. And that's what we did back.
Are there a bunch of them?
Tons. We do a lot of this. So where we actually raise the funds, then we go ahead and buy off market stuff. And if you market correctly and you do SEO stuff and you go to auctions and you do all the right things, you can buy them all day long. Land, house.
Killer deals.
Good deals. Yeah.
Because that's what I'm looking for. I got to hurry up and invest.
Yeah. I mean, it's once you do it once, and you learn the formula, it's not hard to do, but you got to have balls to do it. A lot of people, I call them spreadsheet warriors. We got they know all the spreadsheets and every math formula, but they never bought a house. So, I buy 1 or 2 houses a week because at the end of the day, I know the math. It's simple. I'm selling it. I understand what it's worth. I'm buying it. I understand what it's worth. And I have my crews to do the rehab. So if you set this up and you got a project manager, you understand, you got a good realtor that can give you real values and you can raise the capital. You just keep going.
I thought Zillow can give me the values.
So Zillow can hurt you too, though, because if I'm a homeowner, think about this. You come to my house, you're like, you want to buy my house, and Zillow's telling me it's worth $400,000 and you only want to give me $250,000. Now you have to sell me on why it's only worth $250,000. Because I'm going to be like, fuck you, I'm going to sell it on the market. You come to my house. And you're like,
and I'm going to say, because you already had it on the market for 400 and it's been there 181 days.
Right. So I'm going to say, then give me 380.
No, I'm going to give you 250 because you're desperate.
So I'll list it for 300.
Well, then call me when it doesn't sell.
All right. So then you got it. That's how you got to play it. But most people,
like, dude, I'm here for the quick get out.
Right. You're trying to get in and get out.
No, I'm here for the people that need to get out.
Right, the people that have to sell. Have to sell.
Yeah. Like some, they need I'm
the
going
money.
to prison.
They need the money
I'm getting shipped off to Baghdad.
Right.
Whatever.
And there's a lot of those.
I know. And that's the ones I want to find.
And unfortunately, right, people get in situations where they're behind on their mortgage. They can't pay it. They can't, whatever happened, right? Their health issues, whatever. You come in, grab it, they get the cash and they keep it moving.
So how do I find those people?
So you got to market to those people. It's direct mail, SEO, cable, radio, all that same way you would market to anything.
So like when you see those TVs shows and the billboards that say we buy ugly houses.
That's what it is.
All they're trying to do is find the desperates.
100%. That's a franchise. We buy ugly houses, a franchise.
So if you find the desperate sellers, why aren't they smart enough to realize like that's too desperate?
That's what I just said to you. I said, but the only reason is there's some people that can't even wait the 30 or 45 days.
So who do those people normally call?
We buy ugly houses. They'll look at that billboard and they'll call them. And then they'll go in and make an offer. And then it's done.
And that offer is below value.
It's usually like 40 to 50% of value.
And are they buying those left and right?
Yeah, I mean, the key too is though they need work. Most of them need a lot of work. So the value there, your value add is like, hey, look, your house, your roof is shot. You have no heating system. Like everything in this house needs work. So the value is 50% of whatever Zillow's telling you right now. And then if we put the work in, it gets back to that number. So there's a lot more of those. You just have to market the right way.
Zillow doesn't factor the condition.
It's never been in the house.
So when you see a house on Zillow for, let's say, $3 million, you go look at it. How do you get a good quality inspection and how much does that cost?
So you're not inspecting these because you don't have time. You have to buy these. You have to buy these right on the spot. Make an offer right on the spot.
What if you're wrong?
Then you're wrong.
What if they got termites?
I'm gonna tell you, I lost $650K in Martha's Vineyard. I built two 5,500 square feet houses, and both of them couldn't fucking sell.
Why?
Because it was right around the election, and everyone in Martha's Vineyard just stopped buying. So when it hit the market for 4 months, no one bought a fucking house in Martha's Vineyard. And it just,
why didn't you call me?
You would have bought them? They're beautiful. Pool houses.
Yeah, for half.
Yeah, bullshit. For half. Bullshit.
What'd you do? Wait?
I had to give them back to the contractor, and I said, look, I owe you this. Just take them and you sell them. I'm out. But I lost $650.
Why didn't you just wait?
Because it was $50,000 a month. I'm like, I'm done paying $50,000 a month. Just take them. You can have them. Sell them, whatever you make. Go ahead. I'm out. I'm wave the right flag.
See, I don't get why people would do that unless they didn't have the 50. Because, dude, homes have never, ever not gone up.
Yes, but at the same time, you're sitting there paying. So Martha's Vineyard's a funny market. So if we were to keep it and wait until it went all the way to the next season, you're another, whatever, $400K more in juice.
But it would be worth that now.
You hope.
It has to. And not only that, the $50K you're paying is dumping down the equity.
No, it's interest only. It's hard money loans.
Oh, you're doing hard money loans.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
So 12%, bro, that adds up fast. And that interest only, that's just juice.
But why don't you just do traditional?
Because you got to go, sometimes you got to move quick. And you don't have time to go to a bank.
See, this is why I've never been in it, because you can get dicked every time you turn around unless you know what you're doing.
You gotta know the game. But I mean, it comes with the territory. You're not going to win every time. So you lose, you take your bumps and bruises, you learn, and you move the fuck on. Keep it moving. And I think that's what it taught me. Like, first of all, don't be a dumbass and buy when you never even seen the house or never met the contractor or never been to Martha's Vineyard. So bought these 2 lots for $1.3 million, and the guy jerked us around for 2 years building the houses. He should have been done in a year, and he took 2 years too long. And then the market tanked.
It's back now, though.
It's back now. But this was
how much would that same house sell for today?
We probably would have got what we wanted.
See?
Yeah.
So
but I had a partner, and he wasn't feeling it either. He was like giving up, and then he was like, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. I'm like, then I'm good.
Well, the only thing is, I talked to a billionaire one time, and he said, Brad, the trick to real estate is never sell. And I was asking him more and more questions, and he was basically essentially saying, dude, even if it's not selling, just hold it. Because I mean, the trick is to never sell. Like if you really want to make money, never sell it. And I'm like, well, how do you make money then? And he's like, dude, the property value over a 10-year period has never dropped. So like all you got to do is be willing to hold it for 10 years.
Right.
And you will always make more than you paid.
But here's the other part he was probably going to get to, which is helpful too. Let's say that 10-year period, it doubles. You then take the equity out, you cash out refinance, which is a non-taxable event. And now you basically sold it to yourself.
And you go buy another house.
Correct. But think how long that is. Like that, the velocity of money for flipping keeps the money going. If you did that on all your hold, you'd tie up a lot of cash.
Guy here was here the other day. He started Burr.
Yeah, I've been doing that for years.
He started Burr.
He's the first one.
He owns Burr.com too.
Really?
Burr Loans.
Yeah. That's a great strategy. It's basically what I said. You buy it, renovate it, refinance, and repeat.
Yeah.
BRR.
Do you do that a lot?
A lot.
So what should I be doing? I got a little dough. I got an 8-something credit score. What's a hack that, man?
I mean, I think for you should try to get in the. I think you should try to get in the game in the two different facets. I think first of all, try to connect with. Do you guys do auctions out here? You familiar with auctions?
I'm not familiar with them, but they're done everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know how many there are here. So where we're at, there's a lot of them, and there's more coming in the future. If I were you, I would connect with some of the guys that go to the auctions, and I would say, look, I want to buy one house in the next 2 months. If you can get at auction, I'll give you a $10,000 finder's fee over what you pay. And that'll be your first flip. And then you say, okay, well, that's going on. Do you have multifamilies out here, like 6 units, 10 units? Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
So you want to start looking at that. So then you start looking at multifamilies, that cash flow, and you say, okay, my goal is to get a flip going, to get one multifamily going, and then to kind of keep doing it over and over again. But you should do 2 or 3 flips and then take that cash and put it into a multi. 2 or 3 flips.
But I already have cash, so why
use your own? Why? Don't deplete it. 2 or 3 flips, put it in a multi. Buy the first one with your own cash, fine. But don't take it all and dump it out. It's crazy. You're tying it up for a long time.
How long?
Until you pay down the equity, and pay down the debt, and you got all equity. So think about it. If you bought $1 million building, you got to put down $250K. By the time you get the $250K back, everything would have to be perfect, and it would probably be 10 or 15 years. Exactly. That's what people don't understand. You still have a mortgage. You still have utilities. You still have things that go wrong. You still have vacancies. So when all that stuff factors through,
why does anybody do it, and why does everyone say real estate is such a great investment?
Tax advantage, cash flow, and equity over time. And then you pay down the debt and appreciation. But we're in a market where appreciation's already happened. I would argue that we've been toppy for a while, right? So that's out the window. And if cash flow doesn't make a lot of sense, then you're just buying for tax advantages and to pay down the debt and to build your equity. So I've been doing this for a long time. And if you have a mortgage on the property, it's very difficult to be super cash flow positive. If you buy all cash, then it's just a math equation.
Because my buddy says he's averaging like $100 a door. I'm like, $100?
Yeah, he's probably right. $100 net cash flow a door. He's probably a little between, that's probably fair, $75 to $100.
Yeah, but like.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So why is it such a great investment?
If you have a 4 unit, you're making $400 a month times 12 is $4,800. To get $100,000, you need 25 years of that with nothing going wrong. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
So then why do people do it?
Tax advantage, paid it. So
what about the equity?
Right. So let's say you have kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're smart and you do it for your kids in 30 years or 20 years, or however many terms those loans are, they'll all be paid off. And now your kids are living because your kids have the free cash flow without the debt.
Yeah.
That's why people do it. So in the long term, when the debt is paid off, your kids can literally live off of the cash flow, and or they can go ahead and refinance all those houses and take all the cash right there too.
No, they can figure it out when I die. But
that's why people like real estate. It's passed on from generation to generation.
Well, what I'm looking for is the deals that I always hear about, which is, we bought a property for 2.2.
Yeah.
We went in there and put in some new lights because it was dark in a crime infested area. So we just lit it up,
right?
And we put grass back in the park, and we added trash service. We raised the rent $60 a unit, and we refied it, got our 2.2 out within X amount of time, and we still own it. and we're getting X amount of cash flow, and it's already increased in value because we raised the rent, and so now we're going to get another $3 million out tomorrow or something. So and I'm always thinking like, dude, that's attractive.
Right, but let me ask you a question. You're in Vegas. You know a lot of gamblers?
Yep.
How many gamblers brag about their losses?
None of them.
Exactly. How many investors are going to tell you about all the bumps and bruises they made? Yeah.
Okay, then what about my other buddy? He develops.
Great. Development's great. We doing that too. I'm all for that. That's a math equation. It works. It makes sense. You could sell it to a REIT. It's a phenomenal, and you can get your cash back.
That's all I want. I don't like my cash being gone for years.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying. So development, if you do it correctly, you can factor all that in and actually have no cash in at the end of the deal if you do it right. And you have the right price per square foot and the right value and the right appreciation and the right rents. You can be in the deal for next to nothing. But not if you're buying a 4-family in a really top-heavy market. Now, we just bought 74 houses in upstate New York. And it's in the middle of fucking East Bumfuck, New York. But we paid like 40 grand, 38 grand, 50 grand for a 6-unit, 70 grand for a 2-unit.
Total?
Yeah, for the buildings. We spent about $6 million. And now the goal is to renovate them all, stabilize them all, and then we're going to go refinance them all and go from there. So that's
how long will your money be gone?
6 months from now, 6 to 12 months, and we'll get it all back. But the valuation, the value is there. That's the key. We bought them so low that the value when they're done is going to be there to get your cash back. If you do that here and you just buy a regular 4-unit, you're going to be 25 years to get the money back.
Even if you only put down 20%?
Yeah. We just did the math. 4 doors, 100 a door is $400 a month. Times 12 is 4,800. 100,000 divided by 5,000.
In 3 years, if the equity went up, you just get a cash out refi.
Well, you hope the equity goes up.
And if it doesn't, then you just wait.
You're fucked. You wait. And now that
it will.
It will. But to your point, 20 years from now you're 200 grand you can get back. But think about all the stuff you could have done with that 200,000 in 20 years. I mean, you say it all the time. I don't know where I saw you said it. Something about a birdhouse. If you got a tool set and you build a birdhouse, what the fuck you saving the tool set for? You know what I'm saying? Use the tools, right? Use the tools to build the birdhouse.
Well, dude, have you ever thought about buying businesses?
I have.
Because if you like real estate, businesses, at least right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of baby boomers selling them, right?
Well, not only that, but dude, it's like a no-brainer shit. Like, for example, you put 10% down on a business for $5 million.
Yeah.
The SBA will loan you 4.5. So that's free money. It reasonable low interest.
Yeah, very low.
Not to mention the cash flow on the business, which, by the way, has been historically good. So people are like, well, businesses are dangerous because what if they crash? 1 out of 75 crash that the SBA funds. So the SBA,
they do so much research.
The SBA is not going to lend you on a shitty business. So just submit it to the SBA. If they fund it, it's a good business.
Correct.
So let's say 1.7 million net cash flow.
Yeah.
That's why you paid 5 for it.
Yeah.
It's worth, let's say, three times. So you put 10% down, which is 500 grand.
Yep.
And then the cash flow itself pays the debt service.
Yep.
And you put half of it in your pocket.
Correct.
So for 500 grand in 1 year, I'll have my 500 grand back in my pocket and 300 grand.
Correct.
Because I got 800. The other 800 went to the debt service. Now people don't realize that 800 paid down the debt. So I actually did get it. I just didn't get it in my pocket.
Correct.
So for 500 grand total all in, I got 800 grand better equity position and 800 grand actual in my pocket. So for 500, I got 1.6.
So here's my problem. Who runs it?
The same motherfuckers that were running it before.
We've bought a lot of businesses and we fucking failed every time. And we've started them and we bought them and we partnered with them. And every god time the partner fucks it up. And they
why? They were running it fine till you bought it.
So I guess we didn't. I guess we were startups more. It was more of
don't do startups, dude.
So that's where we got fucked. Is we were like, okay, let's say you came to me and you're like, I know. So we also own a dispensary. So this, you know what dispensaries are? Do you have them out here?
Sure.
So we own one in Mass and it does really well. But before that, I got in business with someone that was like, hey, I can grow weed. I can grow it. I'm the best fucking grower in the planet. Cool. So we were investing, and then couldn't get it over the finish line. So we've done a bunch of those businesses. I bought into Big Chicken.
That's startup.
Right. So I've never looked at an actual business that
existing business,
because those tainted me so bad. We lost a lot of money.
Well, dude, that's why, because you're investing in startups. Startups are the ones that go out of business. Businesses don't go out of business very often.
So the person stays. So you put them on basically a situation where they sunset out. They just stay on as the president or owner.
Well, 9 times out of 10, whoever owned it before, if it's an owner operator,
yeah.
Well, then they're required to stick around and show you the ropes.
True.
So you hire a manager and train them, and then you're owning the business. But if you don't fuck it up, dude, the business has been there for a while, making the cash flow for a while, doing whatever it is they do. So don't go change anything. Just go buy it.
Have you bought any?
I'm about to. I mean, I've bought a few, but not in that model. I didn't borrow from the SBA, and it was more of a merger acquisition, but I haven't done that model. I'm just learning about it because I was getting ready to do some real estate, and the dude I talked to said, dude, right now you're dumb. You can make way more money buying businesses.
I've heard the same thing, and I've heard there's a lot out there.
There's $10 trillion getting passed down.
Businesses getting passed down.
So I'm looking at anything where I can accelerate my investment portfolio, because I spent so many years blowing money like a dumbass, not realizing how to make it work for me. And I could never understand, like, well, why would I give the money over there? And then I'd have to be in this position. And it's like, I didn't realize cash flow, equity, cost segregation, taxes. Like, I spent a bunch of money in taxes. I could have just owned property for that.
Right.
So I'm definitely buying real estate also, but that's more for taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking now, what kind of investment? Like, you heard of tax liens?
Yeah. We buy them.
How the hell do you go wrong there?
You can't. 16%. You can't.
Here, in some counties, 25.
That's fucking crazy.
Guaranteed by law.
No, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like the tax. So the problem is it's very competitive to get them.
Not in some
here.
places.
So where we are, it's like wicked competitive. And the
BlackRock and a lot of these big companies, they're starting to buy them now.
It's guaranteed 25%.
And if you don't get your money, you get the house.
Correct.
Free and clear, by the way.
So we did one 2 years ago where we actually got the house not free and clear. The old owner, we bought 50% of the tax lien. So what happened was the owner, it basically went through the 1 year period, the waiting period, and they never claimed it. They got the other 50% when we sold it. So we ended up buying it and then selling it, and we gave them the 50%. So it worked out. We didn't get the whole thing, but on a $400,000 house for 17 grand, we got 200. So it's a pretty good deal.
So do you raise capital?
All the time. We were doing it heavy. And my partner's not really a sales guy. So we stopped doing it until I get the right person in place. But I could put capital to work all day long at 10%. All day long. We got that much demand for it, and it's very, and I know that game really well, so we will not get burnt.
So dropping bombs is listened to by people, that would probably want you to teach them how to sell real estate. There's people that will probably want to deploy money. I got a bunch of types. Mm-hmm. So your inbox will fill up with all kinds of people. What's your most desired? You looking for people that want to learn real estate, or are you looking for investors?
I would say it's split right down the middle because they're two totally different animals, and we've got the infrastructure already for the investors, so that's not a heavy lift. But the goal for me is to be a national presence on the real estate game. I want to take this. I'm sick of seeing there's nothing wrong with it, but you have the real estate agent that sells the couple $1 million houses, and that's like the game. But what about the average home sale? The average $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 home sale, right? Who's really talking to them? So I think there needs to be someone to kind of talk to that young, hungry, energetic real estate agent that's looking to get it, to keep it moving.
But all of them would
of course, benefit. Everyone would benefit. It would fit for everybody. And on the capital side, it's simple math, right? You give us X, We return you 10% per year, and you get paid direct deposit every month. We're a SEC registered fund. We raised a bunch of capital, and we're going to get back into it. What we did was we took some of that capital and went to New York with it. And once those are recapitalized, we're ready to go again. Get back at it.
You got the whole group. Mm-hmm. So you know Cardone.
Of course.
What's he doing different than you? Right?
He's just doing it at a different scale. He's able to do it so he's scalable in the sense that like our minimums aren't going to be as low as his. I think you could put like $5,000 or $1,000 in his stuff. Like we don't have that infrastructure to set. Like we want $100,000 or $50,000 minimum.
You want accredited people too.
Accredited investors. Yeah, we need accredited investors that can put up a significant amount that makes sense because it's too hard to chase all those small returns. What changed that now the market's better, or is it a buyer's market coming up?
The buyer's market now. So there's a lot of inventory.
Depends where you are, but I think if the president does what and the Fed does what they're saying they're going to, first of all, Trump said today or the other day he wants to get rid of capital gains. That's a huge fucking benefit. That's massive. Massive.
Come on.
Yeah, massive. Second thing is we talked about the Fed dropping rates and getting interest rates lower. So even though there's more inventory, there's going to be more demand. So that makes even a more healthy market. So I think at the end of the day, it is a buyer's market in certain parts of the country, but it will tip back to being an equal market over time.
When should someone start buying houses though?
Now, if I'm a buyer.
Because the
inventory.
If the rate drops, you just refi.
Correct. If I'm a buyer, I'm in now. If I'm in Florida, I'm buying now. Like
Why?
I have a condo in Florida. There's so much inventory. We just came back I just took my family down to Marco Island. There's a fucking house for sale every 3 houses. It's crazy. We were looking at condos. I was like, let me just get a condo down here. 3 years ago, it was like $800,000. I could have got it for $250,000. There's so many for sale. So it's just
the same condo?
Same condo, same complex. People,
so somebody's screwed.
Screwed. They can't sell them. Screwed.
See, so they need to call me. I'll give you $150.
There you go. Call you. You'll steal it. There you go. It's perfect. That'll go over well.
Every time I say this, no one calls me.
No.
I'll get someone that every once in a while they'll hear me on the podcast and they'll be like, hey, my grandmother owns this thing over here and whatever. And I'll Google it and I'll be like, fuck, now what do I do? And it's like, I'm not in real estate. But what I want to do is get in it,
bro. It's my
or find someone in it because, dude, I'll get lead flow if I was serious. My problem is I don't have the time to go get the understanding of what really has to happen because, dude, there's environmental surveys you got to do. There's flood zones that you didn't know, and I know that someone's going to call me and I'll be like, "Fucking, oh yeah,
sounds
boom."
Great.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, dude, you just bought a fucking shithole.
You got played.
Yeah, exactly. And you're screwed.
First deal, you can't even sell it. You got fucking played.
Yeah, because
things falling down.
The same people listening know that I ain't. Oh, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
But I'm going to partner with someone that does.
That's my game, man.
And I'm going to get in and get out.
Raising capital, using other. So think about it like this, though. If you do it correctly, everyone wins. You raise capital and pay out 10%.
Well, my fear of raising capital, dude, is I don't know.
Can't put it to work.
Well, no. Well, or like, let's say I raise it for you and I'm like, come on, guys, I'm with him. And then you dick them.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And then let's say I say, okay, I'm going to do it. Well, now I raised $10 million, but I go buy the shit and didn't know I'm supposed to get the fucking flood zone insurance. I won't raise money just to get it.
Of course.
Like if anybody ever hears me raise money, you better get in because that means I'm convinced.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we did. I mean, I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, if you understand the game though, or you find someone that understands it, that you trust enough, no question, you could put it to work and everybody wins.
Well, I know that you know what you're doing. You're number one realtor. So if I'm a realtor or anybody wanting to get into it, I'd be calling you to say, okay, what's your program? Because you got a program, don't you?
Yeah, we got a program coming out. We're actually releasing a new one. We ran one a while ago. We're going to kind of refresh it and have it coming out really soon.
And it'll teach anyone how to get to 100 houses a year. So realtors, if you're listening and you ain't making freaking sales and you want to, so you don't just waste your license and keep your freedom of working for yourself. And, you know, because that's a good lifestyle. If you can get 100 houses sold,
it's good,
dude. You don't have to go freaking get a job somewhere.
Correct.
So realtors, that they know what you're doing. Investors, again, do your own due diligence, but obviously this dude knows what he's doing. Where do they go? Where does anyone go?
So same thing. You go on Instagram, Facebook, just put in the Seyboth Team or my name, Kyle Seyboth. I mean, I don't even care. I'll give my cell phone out. Like, I'll take.
Dare you?
Huh? I will give it 508-726-3492. Guys, I'm here for you. Whatever we could do to help you out and just keep it growing, man. We're trying to make this thing national.
Yeah, make sure you tell him the bomb squad and blow his ass up, even if he ain't interested. Just teach him a lesson for giving out that phone number.
You asshole.
Hey, just blow his ass.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, and I might throw like $100,000, something small your way. See if I get happens. I just got to read the agreement because I gave Cardone a hunch just because he kept pestering me like, dude, I'm going to look stupid if my own buddy's not in it. And I'm like, okay, here. And he sends me a check every month, but gotta be honest.
Peanuts.
Dude, I could have fucking made more money with it than that.
I know.
Because he's making all the goddamn money.
I wonder what he's paying out, though. Is he paying out 10%?
No.
Yeah, so then like
again, I don't know, but the monthly check
is math. What's the monthly check?
Not a month. And I just see a little monthly check.
No one's going to give you 10% a month.
I know, but like what I get a month on $100,000 is like it dropped recently because shit's happening.
Yeah, no shit.
And quite frankly, it's so small that I don't even.
It's whatever.
Like, where's my check? I don't even know if it came.
Exactly.
Like, did it come? I don't even know.
I hear you.
But it's like it was around 250 on $100,000. Then it dropped to like 160.
Come on, bro. That's fucking crazy,
dude. That's all I'm getting.
Get the motherfucker out of here. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like I'd bust his balls, but it's only $100,000.
Yeah.
And then I think I signed something, which everybody does.
Definitely did.
No, I signed something that basically says I can't say or do shit.
Do nothing. Whatever he wants to pay, he pays.
Yeah. So exactly. I guess I just wait, and hopefully I'm in one of the funds that he sells.
No, so that's one thing we don't. So the syndications too, like I burnt on those. I did a few of those back in the day, and every time I did one, they didn't sell it or it was a problem. Like, nope. I want to just know that the person's going to give me the check every month. It's a guaranteed return. Because those deals, you just have to wait. You just sit there and wait. Like
that's what I'm doing. So to me, it's like I signed it over to him. Thanks for the $160.
Nah.
But I could do better than that on 100 G's.
We have a 90-day period till you get your money back. So if you say you want to redeem, 90 days will give you the 100. Like we're liquid enough where we could just give it back to you. It's not a big deal. We're not going to take.
So if I give you $100,000, how much are you going to give me a month?
So do 10% of 100 is what? 10,000 divided by 12 is 8 something.
Oh, so it's a year, 10% a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I leave it there a year, I got 110.
Yeah.
Like, see, that ain't exciting to me.
But think about this. If you put it in real estate and you bought a 4-unit, you would have had 4,800. So you'd had 104,800 and then still had to put repairs in and still had to do other stuff. So you're actually keeping the 100, getting 10 and keeping it moving.
Yeah, so it's like it's an investment. It's not. I'm not in real estate. I'm just investing. You're just a
passive investor.
I'm helping you do real estate.
Yeah, you're giving the money to someone.
But you're not doing it for free. So how are you making all the money?
Because if on your 10%, I can go ahead and turn it around and make more percentage than that. Or I can go. Let's say
that's how I want to get in.
Well, so you don't know it like that yet. You can't fucking do that yet.
Yeah. So how do I partner with someone that can?
Well, we could talk about that because we have honestly, like I get a lot of good deals. Like we're working on another 64 unit building. It's probably going to be worth 30 something million that I think I can make happen. It's ground up construction, but it's in the most affluent town in our state. And I think I could pull it off.
What town?
Barrington. This is a very, very high end area. So we're trying to get, right now it's approved for 48, possibly could go to 64, hopefully even more. So like stuff like that, those are pretty good deals.
Folks, Kyle Seyboth, go follow him at the Seyboth Team. Remember, Seyboth sounds weird, but it's spelled Seyboth. I wonder why it's Bith.
I don't know.
Was your ancestors high or something? And they were like fucked up in a pub and someone goes, what's your name? And he says, Seyboth. Probably. It meant Seyboth, but they just spit out Bith.
That's what it is.
But what kind of name is it?
German. I'm 50% Italian, 50% German.
And it's B-O-T-H is Bith.
I think they say it wrong, but whatever. I just went with it, man. I fucking was born with it. I just went with it.
Did your dad say it's Bith, son?
No, he just said that's your last name. It is what it is. Seyboth.
Seyboth, folks. S-E-Y-B-O-T-H, the Seyboth Team. If you're a real estate agent that want to learn how to crush it, dude, he's been doing it. It's documented. It was on Forbes list. You can go look his ass up. And more importantly, instead of just sitting there keeping shit secret, he's willing to teach you, train you, coach you, mentor you. So if you're in the real estate game, go look him up. Do your own due diligence. Don't listen to old Brad Lee. Just because he's on my show doesn't necessarily mean that I've vouched for him. But in this case, I would, because I guarantee you can look this dude up yourself. Investments, again, guy knows what he's doing, especially in his neck of the woods. If you're interested, hook up or look up Seyboth Team and then go that way. Just let him know that the Bomb Squad, one more time, that phone number.
508-726-3492.
Blow that shit
3492. Blow it the fuck up. Let's go.
Blow it up. And as always, till next time, keep it real.